Good afternoon. Thank you very much for supporting this and for headlining it, because it takes courage to stand for men. And I say this because the women's movement has done a brilliant job standing up for women. So today, our daughters have purpose. Our daughters are focused. Their problem is not succeeding in life. Their problem is finding men who can be married. And I think what we don't do is recognize how deep this is. Many years ago, I remember reading an article in The Atlantic, a US magazine, called The End of Men. And it was such a good article that the person who wrote it was asked to do a book, and the book became a bestseller. What is the crisis that we face today? First, it's a crisis of education. Just each year, look at the results of university graduations and even high schools. Women top men all the time now. There are more women now in STEM than men. The other thing that you find is today, if you look at young men between 25 and 31, 66% of them are living at home. More young ladies are stepping out than men. It's also a crisis, I think, of mental health, which we don't recognize. African men, particularly the black guys like us sitting here, are taught to be strong. And they don't talk, they burn inside and they die inside. And I'm sure if you have psychiatrists, psychologists who speak to it, there are a lot more men coming out, because we don't form friendships that allow us to talk and share with each other. There's also what I think is the crisis of fathering. With all the broken homes, with all the single mother homes, particularly in Kenya, what you tend to find, and this is supported by scientific evidence, is that boys who are growing up in households without men tend to be more affected than girls. And so the people coming out are broken men. Then there's a crisis of purpose. You know, a boy's sense of purpose comes around being a warrior, you know, a leader, a breadwinner, but all this. Okay, and many young boys are experiencing dissonance, and they don't know what their purpose in life is. So as we discuss this afternoon, I hope we really can come up with a blueprint for us to help shape ourselves, shape the next generation. So with that is to say thank you to our sponsors, and to invite the CEO of Kengen to come and say a few words to open the conference, and to thank you for coming. Asante.